Hi, it's Jessica with Little Brown Bow. I am back for video number 2 of our Yoda Lovie. In this video, we're going to be doing the sleeves, the hands, and the collar for this little guy. So let's get started. You are going to need tan yarn. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver in buff. And then you are going to need some green. This is Red Heart Super Saver in jade. Whatever shade of green you want your little guy to be, that's what green you'll use. There's no right or wrong green. This is your creation, so you make it what colors you want. Alright, you're also going to need a 5.5 millimeter hook. Okay, let's get started. To start off, we are going to leave a long tail for sewing on the sleeve. And do a slip knot. And put your hook in there and cinch it up. Okay, to begin, we are going to chain 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now we are going to slip stitch to the first chain in that chain 10. Then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to put a double crochet in that first stitch there. So double crochet, and then we are going to put a double crochet in each stitch around. So that'll make 10. There's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we got one more stitch right there, 10. I'm going to go ahead and pull our beginning tail that we're going to use to sew on through the hole there so it's out of the way, and you can cinch that up. We are going to slip stitch to the first double crochet of this round here. And you have a little ring of 10. For round 3, we are going to chain 2. That does not count as a stitch. We're going to put 2 double crochets in that same stitch. 1, 2, and then we're going to do a double crochet in each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we're going to repeat that. We're going to do 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Let's see here. 1, 2, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, slip stitch to the first double crochet. All right, now we're on to round 4. Round 4 is just chain 2, and then we're going to put 1 double crochet in the same stitch. Our chain 2 does not count as a stitch. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch around. 1, 2. That's going to give us 12 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 left, 11, and 12. Okay, slip stitch to join. The next stitch is an increase, or the next row is an increase. We're going to chain 2. It does not count. Row 5 says chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same stitch. Whoops. 1, 2, and then we're going to put a double crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to increase 2 double crochets, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 5. This is going to give that sleeve a flared look, doing these increases on the ends, and will allow it to lay flat and be somewhat just hangy. Alright, got 3 left. There we go. 1, 2. There it is, the last stitch. 3. Okay. Now we're going to slip stitch to join. So far we're doing good. We've got 5 rounds. We are now on round 6. Round 6 is chain 2. Does not count as a stitch, and this is just a building round, so we're going to put 1 double crochet in each stitch around. That's going to give us 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, whoops, and 14. Slip stitch to the first stitch of the row. Alright, round 7 is an increase. So chain 2, it does not count. Do 2 double crochets in the first stitch. Then we're going to do 1 double crochet in each of the next 6 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're going to do a repeat, 2 double crochets, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 6. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4, 5, and 6. slip stitch to join. Okay, that was round 7 because our chain round is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The original Yoda that I made, I did a row 8 and it made his arms pretty long. These arms that we're making are going to be a row shorter, so we're going to skip row 8. Row 8 was nothing but a double crochet in each stitch around to build length. So we're going to actually skip that and go on to row 9. So for row 9, we're going to chain 2. And working in the front loops only, we're going to put 2 double crochet in the same stitch. So when you're looking at your stitches, there are V looking. This is like the 2 loops of the stitch. You got the back loop and the front loop is the one towards you. We're going to actually only use those front loops, and we're going to put 2 double crochet in that same stitch as the chain 2. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in each stitch around front loop only. So when you are catching your stitch, instead of going through both, you're actually just going to go through that front loop. All the way around front loop only. This is going to allow our sleeve to cuff and give it a more 3-dimensional fluffy look. So double crochet in the front loops only. There's going to be 15 of these going around. It's going to make our stitch count 17 at the end of this round. Okay, I'm almost done. Double crocheting in the front loops only all the way around. 2 more. 1 and 2. Okay, we are going to slip stitch to join to the first crochet, the first double crochet. Okay, we got round 10, which is the final round. We're going to chain 2. It does not count as a stitch. And then we are going to put 1 double crochet in that same stitch, and then 1 double crochet in each stitch around. So give us a total of 17. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Okay, so we are going to slip stitch to join and leaving a somewhat long tail, cut your yarn and tie off. And so where we did those front post doubles, you can see it right here. It just looks a little different, but that's going to allow us to fold the cuff back and give it a nice little seamed effect. Okay, so there's one sleeve. Now let's make the other one real quick. I am going to do that on video. It'll give you time to either finish up that sleeve or catch up, or you can stop the video and catch up. Okay, so we're going to go over this pattern one more time, leaving a long tail. We're going to make a slip knot, chain 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slip stitch to the first chain. And then chain 2. Chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Pull that tail through. I'm going to put 1 double crochet in the first stitch and in each stitch around for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slip stitch to join to the first double crochet. And we have our little ring. We're going to chain 2, do an increase, 2 double crochet, okay. 1 double crochet in each of the next 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do 2 double crochet for an increase and do 1 double crochet in each of the next 4. 1, 2, whoops, 3, 4. Slip stitch to join. The next row is just going to be chain 2, does not count, 1 double crochet in each stitch around. So this is going to be 12 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whoops, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, slip stitch to join. Next row is an increase round. So we are going to chain 2, does not count, 2 double crochet in the same stitch, then 1 double crochet in each of the next 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do an increase, 2 double crochet in this next stitch, and then we're going to do 1 double crochet in the remaining 5, each 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, slip stitch to join. That was an increase row. The next row is a growth row. Chain 2, 1 double crochet in each stitch around for a total of 14. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. All right. So this is how we're looking. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got one more row of increase. And then we're going to skip row 8. So this is row 7. It is an increase row. So we are going to put 2 double crochet in that first stitch. And then 1 double crochet in each of the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oops. Okay, 2 double crochet in the next stitch for an increase, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, slip stitch to join. Okay, this is our cuff round. This is the front loop only round. We do a single increase just so when it folds over it doesn't pull in. So chain 2 does not count. 2 double crochets in the front loop only, and then 1 double crochet in the front loop only all the way around. Just make sure it is front loop only to allow that material to fold over in a nice way. Okay, just going around, front loop only. There will be 15 of these stitches for a total count of 17 with our increase. Whoop. Four more. Okay, slip stitch to that first stitch. And our final round for the second sleeve, we are just going to chain 2 and put 1 double crochet in each stitch around. So chain 2, 1 double crochet through both loops in each stitch around. One double crochet in each stitch around. Okay, last stitch. Slip stitch to the first one, and leaving a long tail, we are going to tie off. So you are going to have your sleeve. You're going to have a long tail on the beginning to sew it to the lovey. And then you're going to have a long tail at the end to close up the sleeve and put the hand in. So fold that over at your front post, your front loop only stitches, and that is our second sleeve. Go ahead and put that to the side. Now we are going to make the collar. Super simple and quick and easy, using the same technique as the sleeve, and that's this little part here, just to give him a little ruffle around the neck there. So, alright, so we are going to get started on that. With your tan yarn and your 5.5 hook, 5.5 millimeter hook, you don't have to leave a long tail. Make a slip knot, and then you're going to chain 24. So 1, 2, 3, whoops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so we have our chain of 24. You are going to slip stitch to the first chain. Make sure when you're doing that slip stitch, we're making a circle, but you want all the stitches to be laid the same way and laid flat. So here is my first stitch. We are going to slip stitch into that first stitch, and then we are going to chain 2. Does not count as a stitch. You're going to put a double crochet in that same stitch, and then you're going to put 1 double crochet in each stitch around for a total of 24. Make sure you're grabbing both loops. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, almost there, 21, 22, 23, 23, and 24 in that final stitch there. Slip stitch to the first double crochet. And you have this is what it looks like so far. The second round is pretty simple. You're going to chain 2 and just put a double crochet in each stitch around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 4 more, 21, 22, 23, 24. All right, that's our tail. We're just going to slip stitch to the beginning stitch again and then tie off. It does not require a long tail. Just a short string. We are going to tack it down with these 2 tails, but it doesn't require a long tail. And this is the collar. Super simple, super easy. Oops, my slip knot. There we go. Okay, so there's the collar. Now we're going to make the hands. For the hands you need green and a 4.0 hook. For the hands, we are going to make circles, and then fold them in half and sew them closed. And then when we sew it, we're only gonna leave half of the circle sticking out. As you can see, this is the circle in half, and then half of the half is sticking out. You can do just a semicircle and then do it in half and sew it on. I like to make the whole circle and do it in half because the weight will help pull those little arms to hang down. It's not that heavy, but it will pull those arms so they hang down and aren't just all crazy. All right, so let's get started. For the hands, we're gonna do a magic circle and chain 2. Chain 2 does not count as a stitch. And we're gonna put 12 double crochets in our magic circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Halfway through my circle, I have 6 stitches. I'm going to go ahead and cinch that circle up and pull the tail around to double. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my remaining 6 stitches in the circle behind the tail. So 6 more. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will get tight. We're going to cinch that around, pull it open some so I can put 2 more stitches in there. 1, 2. Then we're going to slip stitch to the first double crochet and pull that circle closed. To do that, the way I do it is I hold my yarn tail in my hand and take my my index finger and my thumb and just hold the tail taut and push up with my fingernails and pull that shut. There it is, nice closed magic circle with 12 double crochets. Round 2 is chain 2, does not count, and do 2 double crochets in each stitch around for a count of 24. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, whoops, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2,